Some accessories in Terraria are complete and utter trash. For example, like the shackle, which gives 1 defense. If you don't know why that's so bad, the whole of the wooden armor set gives more defense than the shackle does. But definitely the worst accessory in the game is the step stool. It allows you to go a little bit higher. That's it, no other benefit than that, just you go slightly higher. If you ever find this accessory, I would just pass on it right away. There is one that isn't so bad, but still kinda bad, the royal gel. This makes it so slimes are friendly towards the player. But only some. I mean, the gel is okay, but why would you waste an accessory slot on it? Sometimes in Terraria, most weapons are pretty strong, but then there's the worst of them. For example, the pearlwood sword is just awful. It is made out of pearlwood from the hollow biome. It has pitiful damage and pitiful range. Literally, I think the wall of flesh weapons are even better than this start of hard mode weapon. Then, one of the worst weapons, Frost Hydra Staff. All it does is place down a frost hydra that shoots at enemies, but it fires so slow it's not even worth it, and you need to get a frozen chest open in the dungeon, which can be really difficult. But definitely the worst weapon type class is the short swords. Most of them, like the copper short sword. All you can do is have to get in close and just poke at your enemies. Next up is the ocean biome. Now it's an okay biome. It doesn't have much loot, and that's pretty much it about it. And not to mention you have to be constantly afraid of drowning in the deep ocean. And now for one of the worst NPCs in my opinion, the golfer. If you don't know what the golfer does, he just golfs and has items for golfing. Now if you're into golfing, he will be really useful, but how many Terraria players do you think are actually into golfing? His shop has almost nothing of worth. I feel like almost every NPC has a purpose, but I don't see much purpose for the golfer. Like the arms dealer, he gives a wider range of ranged weapon supplies. Or like the merchant who can give you basic starting items. I don't feel like the golfer would be that bad if you didn't have to look for him, but you have to go into the underground desert and try and find him. And finally is Golem. Golem is probably the most underwhelming boss in the entire game. He's really easy to dodge, he does pitiful damage to you, and the only real challenge comes from if you get a bad arena. He does look really cool, but I feel like the gameplay aspect is more important than the looks. They did try and make him a little stronger without his fist being able to be knocked back. Subscribe if you would like to.